Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more Warframes online. Now, I've made a little bit of progress over the last sort of week or so. Excalibur Prime's now at 30, and I'm getting there with my Boltor as well. I've actually purchased some blueprints as well along the way, and I've actually built a couple of new weapons. One of them being the axe here. Look at this. Now, so obviously I'm a low rank at the moment. I don't think I'll put that in there yet. Nope. So I'm quite a low rank now. I think I've actually gone for fire rate on this one. Looks like you need to focus on fire rate because the fire rate is very, very slow. Now that's sort of probably what might put people off. Although the physical damage is very high. You know, in most cases one hit's probably going to kill something. You know, the time it takes to actually re-swing it takes quite some time. Where, you know, you could use something like the dual fangs, and you can just sort of spam the button, if you know what I mean, and then just literally just fire. So, like I said, it's low rank at the moment, but we'll probably talk about it in a bit more depth further down the line. Now, the Boltor, right? I've been actually looking at this, and, you know, I'm going to compare it to something probably on lines with. It's going to be something on lines with probably the Latron, I would say. Now, obviously, the difference being between the two. Okay, the Latron it's saying here it's got 36 damage. And the Boltor's got 18. Okay, it's saying the fire rate is 8.8 on the Latron, which is extremely fast, and 4.2 on the Latron. Accuracy, there's not really much in it, 25 and 68, so there's not a massive amount in it, to be honest. Clip size, obviously there's a huge difference in that. The Boltor's got 60, and the Latron's got 15. Now, I'll tell you why they're very similar. They're very similar because with the mods, they actually can be identically the same as each other, if you see what I'm getting at. You could quite easily add more damage to the Boltor to coincide to be exactly the same as the Latron. Fire rate, you can increase fire rate. Accuracy, there's not a massive amount in it. Like I said, clip size, you can get this up to somewhere near that. The advantage of being with the Boltor, let's just say they're now equal because of the mods. With the Boltor, if you add a bigger, say for instance, clip size, you can get this up to like 75, 80. That's just insane. So, you know, for me, between the two now, it's actually going towards the Boltor. I mean, even at 28, it's outdoing the Latron for me. I mean, I'm starting to think, actually, this is a good contender, actually, for a main assault rifle, for a tank or something like that. It's a good weapon. I know we've got the shotguns, but I'm sort of ranking up the shotguns at the moment. But I prefer things that have got a really good fire rate. Now, another little purchase I made, I've actually found I've got loads of, because I've earned so much cash over the past sort of weeks or so. Been sort of buying things. And one of the things I've actually bought is the Sentinel. And as you can see in there, can't really move him because something's in the way. Now, the Sentinels work, basically you purchase, there's two different types of Sentinels. I've gone for this one because one's sort of more defensive and this one's more attacking. And this one seems to be the more, I would say, the popular one. Is it WYRM or something like that? He's rank 9 at the moment. You can actually add attributes to him as well. So if we actually click on this, very much the same as your Warframe. You can add, you know, health and so on and so on. Now, I'm not committing to any cards. Even the amount of time I've spent and the amount of Warframes I've actually ranked up, I'm still not using fusion cores to fusion cards because there's no point. Trust me, and you waste all your money and all your fusion cores fusioning a card when, you know, a week down the line you're going to find that same card in rare. And then, you know, you've just wasted all that cash. So, you know, I'm just holding out. Let's just collect the cores up, collect the cards up. You know, there's no rush. Just max out your slots the best you can for now. And then just collect stuff until you get them rare cards. Now, I'm going to show you an example in a minute. Anyway, so, as I say, I've just backed these ones on. We've got a common card there, so, you know, his basic move. He's got an extra 40 health, 75 to his shield's capability. Now, you're going to need these sort of attributes on there because he will die. Not permanently, it's not like permanent death, he'd die for that round. So say for instance, if you go into like defend and it's, you know, you're swarmed, he may die. There's a possibility. Obviously he comes back alive in the next round, so it's not a major issue, but, you know, having these attributes obviously, you know, is a possibility he might stay alive. Increased radial stun damage and also a couple other cards I've got on there. So I've got a couple more slots, but like I said, at the moment I'm not really focusing on that, purely on the basis that I haven't really got any great cards at the moment. They're all pretty common. They're all common cards until I find some rares. Now, also, he has a weapon. He has a laser rifle. And that, actually, how many weapons? He's only got one weapon available at the moment, which is the laser rifle. And the laser rifle, once again, very similar to the weapon slot. You can actually click on this as well, and then add more slots. And it's the same mods cards as the ones you collect for all your primary weapons. So that's really good. So I've got a couple of nice ones on there actually. I found this one's quite a good card. I know it says uncommon. It's not rare, but it's got quite... I mean, this card will go quite high, and this is just pure damage, which is a great card. Reload. Reload's there just because I had the slots. Ammo max, armor piercing, magazine capacity, fire rate, and critical damage. And that's also on a rare as well. So, like I said, you know, it does help. He does help you out. There's no doubt about that. I mean... When I first got him, I was thinking, do you know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing. You know, I didn't really see him fire much, but now he's actually ranking up and he's getting a little bit better. I'm talking to him like he's a real bloody person, but I should name him. But anyway, he's like, you know, he's getting better. He's shooting a lot more now, and I feel like sometimes when I'm on my reload, he's actually shooting the enemies, and he's taken out a couple as well. So, yeah, I actually see it's a worthwhile thing to have. Other than the fact that he flies around your head, and a little bit irritating, but you sort of get used to it. Now, actually on my weapons, what I'll show you what I've been doing. Now, I found some nice cards. Like I said, I'm not committing on these ones as of yet. I found pretty much all the frames rare cards for his attributes. And I've got shields quite high, but I'm waiting for the rare once again. I've got my obviously health quite high. I'm waiting for the rare on these ones as well. So I don't really want to commit on these ones until, you know, like I said, until I start finding rare ones. Now, what I have done well on is actually on my main arm. I've actually managed to find, I've got this one here, which is the damage. It's the same one I've got on the Sentinel, but this is a good card, but I'm waiting for this on rare, but I felt like I had to fusion something on this because it's just pure damage. So it's a relatively good card. Now I've got this card as well. This is a rifle, 125 to critical damage. Once again, anything damage is going to be a good card, as far as I'm concerned. You know, the more damage you're putting down, the better. This one, which is actually probably one of my better ones, which is rifle damage. This is rare 5. This is 125 to critical damage. Then I've got reload speed, just because I've got the available slot. The Boltor is a little bit slow on the reload, but like I said, with the Sentinel there as well, he's sort of helping out a little bit. Now, one card I did find that there's not much information on the net about, and I've googled it, and not even on the wiki, is this card here. Now, this is puncture. I mean, yeah, and you're probably going to notice the same thing I do. It's taking up 13 slots, right? It's not even maxed out yet. And look at the puncher on it. It's 0.4 on the puncher. So I'm guessing this must be a good card. Like I said, I've gone to the wiki. There's no information on it yet, but it's a very rare card. It's the most valuable card I got if I filter on price. So I'm assuming it's a good card, so it's there. I haven't really got anything else to use on 13 slots anyway. So. And puncher sounds good on rare. Until the wiki relaunches something on what this card is, then, like I said, I'm not 100% certain. So, next one I got is 20% to magazine capacity. But probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for these rare cards. I'd rather have the rare cards. And once this gun's up to maximum rank, I would have more slots anyway. And then the final one, I've got 30% ammo max, and that's bringing my ammo up to around about 73, 75 per clip as well. So, that's the Boltor. Now, I'm working on a lot of other guns, but we don't really have to go into that today. I think today, it's more about the Sentinel and the Boltor, really. I think, because you can go around, because the sheer amount of ammo you take for the Boltor, you can go around with the Boltor and pretty much not even touch your swords or your handguns, because it does take a lot of ammo with you. I've been working on a lot of other handguns as well. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm actually working on... I've got the blueprints now for the Twin Vipers, and that's actually in building... We're building... Well, I'm saying building that at the moment. Where is they? Down here. So I'll have the dual Vipers soon. And something else I'm probably going to work on soon. I'm going to start looking for the neutral sensor soon and try and see if I can farm that out. And then once I've done that, I've just got to find the Mage system, which is on Mars on War, but the drop rate is something like 2%. I've played the mission about 50 times so far, and it still hasn't dropped that system, so bit of a pain in the arse. So at the moment, I'm sort of a bit fed up with that mission. I'm just thinking, look, you know, come back to it. I've got lots of other weapons to rank up. You know, lots of other. Also, want to rank up my Sentinel, and I've got lots of other main weapons I want to rank up as well. I mean, my bow's now about 25. Latron's maxed out. I've got the Mark 1. I still want to get that maxed out. I'm going to max out the Burstyn as well. Snipertron is obviously at 30. And a new sort of weapon, which I haven't got yet, actually. It's the first sort of shotgun I've got. Now, the main reason, obviously, I want to try out shotgun, because it's actually totally different from the rest. I've got sniper and assault, but I didn't have any sort of heavy fire shotgun. And now, obviously, the damage looks very appealing. And with the cards I've got, this gun's going to be some serious... It's going to be able to put down some serious fire. But the only downside, obviously, being the fire rate is pretty naff, but you sort of expect that from a shotgun. Accuracy's not good, but it's close combat. So something like this would probably be really good for someone like, you know, someone like Vault with high chill and armor capacities. Now, we've also had this weapon being added lately. Damage, as it says, 9. Fire rate is 20. Accuracy is 28. And the clip size 60. So it's got a generally good clip size. Now, I'm going to actually, do you know what I'm hoping? Well, we know what's going to happen. I reckon that this... I don't know, actually, no. I mean, what are we actually going to compare this to? At the moment, because of the style of the gun, it says an automatic rifle. I'm struggling to see the good points on it, to be honest with you, until I actually try it out. Now, I'm not going to purchase this for in-game credit. I'm going to wait for it to become cash purchase or blueprints available, and then I'll build that one. It looks like a paintball gun, actually, doesn't it? I mean, if you've ever been paintballing. So I don't know if it's going to be any good yet, but we'll have to wait and see. So, anyway, let's do a round anyway, and you can get to see what this Boltar's like now at this sort of rank. And then, to be honest, for the assault rifles, I think it's one of the best ones. And I think when this is 30, and you got your maximum cards on it, it's going to be a beast, I think. So let's go back and then see if we can find something we can do now. Pretty something by random. And what we're going to do, we could just launch. Actually, there's one there as well. Okay, can't do that now. I'm launching anyway. I'm probably going to join in middle way of someone's game here. Oh. Now this is another issue they need to sort out. It's getting bloody irritating. Not too bothered about finding the squad, actually. I'd rather just launch. Now, my overall rank's around about 5 now. It's getting a lot harder now to get that rank up. Once you get to level 5. Oh, there's one other thing I've got to tell you. Oh. There we go. And I've got a nice pink outfit on. Glad I didn't change that. Now, level 4. It's quite funny, actually. Now, I've done all the levels so far. And basically what happened was I was all raring to go. I spent literally, must have been half an hour, right? Getting all my weapons ready for Vault, putting all these shields out, changing all the mod slots. I just, you know, I went all out, and it took me about half an hour to load him up, right? And he was all ready to go. I thought, you know, got a cup of coffee, and I thought, right, I'm going to do this mission, because if you fail... Oh, I didn't do anything there, level up. If you fail, that means that you've got to go back. You've got to wait until the following day before you're allowed to retry. So, anyway, sat there, launched it, went straight in, and it was the access control panels, the passwords things. I could have gone in there on level 1, you know what I mean? But the thing is, it caught me off guard because I sort of wasn't ready for it. Now, you've noticed I haven't even reloaded yet. Stay reloaded. I'm still not going to reload. 15 shots left. I'll reload now. I mean, that's just the first round. I mean, it just shows you how much damage this can put down in just a short period of time. See the accuracy as well. It's relatively good. Wave cleared. Now, I always prefer to just hang around the core, you know. The core is the main part. I don't expect to actually, you know, have any issues on this level because I'm quite, you know, I'm relatively high rank on this one. But what we could do, we could actually just see... What we could do, actually, we could actually go and see if we can get my Sentinel to fire. There we go. Probably just better off using the gun, because you can see it's very good. Make sure they're not shooting the core. Could actually pop upstairs, actually, couldn't I? Yeah, great gun. I think it's actually my favourite. I'm going to be honest with you. That now, out of all the weapons, the Boltor is my favourite weapon. I love the fact. Look how much you start off with about 650, 700 total amount of ammo. I mean, I can increase that as well. But so far, I've got most rounds. I mean, I can do 2 rounds of defend, hardcore firing, constantly firing. I'm talking hard, you know, a serious round. You know, and that's all you need most of the time. Let me get up there. You can have him. Get stuck in. I like the fact that it knocks them to the wall because it's actually very similar to the bow. Because you find bolts, you actually pin them to the wall when you fire as well. Had a couple of mods drop there, didn't we? That's the good thing about doing these defend ones. You know, you're going to end up getting loads and loads and loads of mods and fusion cores and stuff like that. Oh no, we've got a couple of these here as well. Bit of ammo. Another fusion core. Rifle common. Now, a little tip for you as well. You know, if you've been playing this for a while, go and sell your fusion cores, man. Just go and sell them. You know, you could go in there now and fusion up one card, right? And you could spend 24,000, right, fusioning. But if you do what I do and you wait, I mean, I sold a load of fusion cores yesterday, got about 60k, and then went out and bought myself some blueprints. I think I'd rather have the weapon than the fusion cores, and then just keep. You don't have to keep them. Anyone else? Let's get the old axe out. Let's see. Watch my Sentinel. Look, here we go. He's firing it. There, oh, he killed him. Look. See if he does another one. Look. Help him out. That was a bit of demonstration. I wouldn't normally do that guy. Just stand in front of him, but. Anyone else wants to die? Yes, great gun. Sentinel's alright, see what I mean? Imagine if that was on a reload and I really needed the help there. He would have been a great help. I mean, he's only low rank at the moment. When he's a higher rank, he might be able to kill things easily. That'd be brilliant. Someone's shooting. Now, one thing I have done, guys, I've removed all my... Oh, guys, we cannot go on that basis, can we? Now, I've removed all my fire damage, guys, and my electricity damage off all my weapons. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks great running around with that fire coming off your swords and everything. Does it cause confusion? I think the better players now... I mean, look, you're getting 5% fire damage, or would you rather have 5% critical or damage? I'm going to have the damage all the time, the normal damage, because that is what's going to kill them. People, okay, fair enough, you could say that fire damage is going to give longevity damage over a period of time, but as far as I'm concerned is, they ain't going to be standing long enough to absorb that fire damage. Because they're going to be dead. Woohoo! We'll reload anyway. Have we got anyone else coming my way? Oh, we've got one here. God. He didn't want to die, did he? Didn't want to go around here. Oh, there's one here. Let's get him first, because he's a pain in the arse. Sentinel's firing now. Now I think he only fires sort of close-ish range. Pick up a few more bits and bobs. Now you might notice I've actually de-equipped one of my moves, right? Because it's useless. I mean, the jump move, I never use it. I mean, what for me, it's a pointless move to have. It's a pointless. I mean, I don't use it. I mean, look, come on, it's going to use 2 slots. If you've got abilities, guys, and you don't use them, take them out, man. Put in there, get some more damage in there. Damage, it's all about the damage. I know I keep going on about that, but the more damage you have, obviously, the more you're going to kill. Oops, shooting the core myself there. It's not good, is it? Now, I've actually got a couple of handguns with me, but this is just proving the point about the Latron here. You don't actually need anything else. I mean, I'm going 2 rounds of defend here. This is an easy defend as far as I'm concerned, because these targets are pretty weak for me. Oh, got them standing right next to me. Anyone else? You as well? And you as well? Got the mods. On the reload, the Sentinel's firing now. What else is firing at me now? Great gun. It's my favourite gun. I'm going to say it one more time, guys. It's a great gun. It really is. It's not even max rank yet. I mean, imagine what this is going to be like when it's 30. I'm 2 ranks away. This could be brilliant. I mean, your components haven't even got a time to even, you know, take a hit on them because the sheer amount of damage you're doing. And with them cards I've got, I mean, they're not great cards. Like I said, I mean, I've got like the puncture one is obviously a great one, whatever it does. But like I said, after time, once you get these good cards, it's gonna be fantastic. Oh, I've actually hit something there, haven't I? By mistake. Like I said, I'll show the fire rate on this gun, right? Oh, sorry, the sword. The axe. Get it right. So that's one... That was actually 1 press, right? I'll do it again. 1. So it's like 1 or 2 seconds per swing, isn't it? Where you're probably doing 0.5 a second on say, like the fangs or something like that. He's taking some hits. Let's see if we can help him out. It looks like he's under quite heavy fire. Go and check the core. Help him out. No, he's hiding in there. I don't know what he's doing in there. Get this guy out. We'll reload now. Sentinel's firing. He only actually fires when it's close range, so maybe as he ranks up, he's going to start shooting at further range. Definitely worth getting, guys. I mean, it's actually one of the very few things. At first, I saw the Sentinels flying around these guys' heads. I'm thinking, what's the point in that? It is actually worth it. It's a worthwhile purchase. Probably one of the very few things I would actually say go and buy because it adds another dimension to the game, doesn't it, really? Because he actually has his own attributes. Let's get stuck in. Oh, got some up there, have we? Alright, see. I've got quite a lot of HP, so nothing's really going to kill me in this round. Now, rounds like this, like I said, if you want to grab a... I mean, also, you've got to look at the other way. You're getting all these mods that you can sell. You don't have to keep them. Who's shooting? Oh, it's him. So it's about, what, 1... It's not even 0.5 of a second to kill something. But this is... Don't forget, this is not high rank. I mean, if we go up... Where's that coming from upstairs, is it? He's killed him. I mean, if we go up to another rank, maybe 35 to 55, obviously it's going to be a different story, but at the same time, it's still, you know, you've got to... Still going to put down some heavy fire. There's no doubt about that. Now, someone else still alive, but these guys are running about, so... There he is. See his head. Yeah, stun him over. He's gone up. Back to the core. Core's taking no damage. This is an easy one. It's going to be a bit of a long video, this, guys, but I felt that, you know, there's so much actually I want to go through sometimes on the game, but, you know, like I said, it's you have that short amount of time. Oh, they're up there. I could have actually taken a couple of shots there. Get that bloody one there, it's a pain in the arse. Want to reload? Actually, I could actually take out a couple of these. Sentinels, see that sometimes you have to sort of fire ahead a little bit. That's the downside of firing bolts, I suppose. Mate's going in there, I know what he's doing. One down here somewhere, wasn't there? He's dead now. Is he dead? Where did he go? I think it's the fire rate as well what helps, but fire rate over clip size, I suppose, that also helps. Meal damage common. I'm going to say leave, because obviously this is getting long otherwise. God, don't go on what to say. Not only that, I mean, look at me ammo there, I've got 72 bullets left. You know, we've done pretty much 2 rounds of defend, and I didn't even pull my handguns out. So, just about coming up to 29 there, not far off. Fantastic round. I found quite a few cores, few cards, earned a bit of cash, ranked up a few weapons, so a good little round. Put down quite a bit of damage. I didn't go in at the start of the round neither, did I? So I went near in the end of the first round. So it just shows you how much damage I put down that very short period of time. Now, if I would have been there for the whole round, obviously I would have put the most damage down that round. There's no doubt about that. Obviously I might have run out of ammo, but what I could have done then is obviously move on to my handguns, or even use my meal weapon, my axe as well. Now, like I said, I went into that round. I'm gonna have to disconnect from this session. You know, I went into that round on the basis that I actually want to rank up weapons anyway. I mean, what I could have done is I could have gone in there with something like I could have gone in with I don't know, dual handguns, something like that. They would have put down heavy fire as well, so that could have been my sort of backup. And I also could have gone in there as well with actually maybe something of a rank 30 as well to put more damage down. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's been around about 30 minutes, so a bit of a long video today, but I hope you enjoyed the video. So yes, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.